years, Daddy.
Huh?
10 years, me. The Nazi sign. No.
Well, where'd you go?
We're here.
We're team units now, buddy.
The eight and the eight.
Yeah. Crazy eight, crazier eight. Thank you.
Race with us at all from the last half of the year on. Realize that we are going to run more yellow flags. We're not saying that you have to run a bigger fuel tank. We do not run a dash here all week.
Memphis, Tennessee. Greg, graduate of Memphis State University. Greg your fastest qualifier. 14.350 for Greg Hodges. 14.317, that second lap. Butcher wins during the year. Lance DeWeese. 14.464. 14.464, the first lap for Lance DeWeese. 14.269. Tim Schaefer of Howard with the Pennsylvania at car number 55. J&M Motorsports Junior, it's a Cook chassis. Tim Schaefer. 14.987. 14.987, the first lap for Tim Schaefer. 15.041. 15. Indiana, car number 7. Kevin Huntley. Kevin has several All-Star championships. Got a little bit high down here in turn number 4. Kevin Huntley. 15.385. 15.385, the first lap for Kevin Huntley. 14.736 is second lap. 14.736. Kevin is second fastest qualifier, Kevin Huntley. Gary Wright out of Texas is car number 9. Gary Wright. Gary Wright has a good streak going in the state of Florida. The win already. 14.526, the First lap for Gary Wright. Denny Smith out of Danville, Indiana. Danny been down in Australia running, just got home the other day. Danny Smith. 15:066, the first lap for Danny Smith. Tim Ashwood, the owner of that car, number 92, out of Dayton, Ohio. 14.722 for Danny Smith. This is Kevin Gobrecht out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. Kevin Gobrecht. Number 11, Kevin Gobrecht out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. .747, the first lap for Kevin Gobrecht. 14.818 was his second lap. 14.818. This is Todd Schaefer out of Millertown, Pennsylvania, in car number 88. Todd Schaefer. 14.813, the first lap for Todd Schaefer. 14.880, the second lap for Todd Schaefer. This is Jared Hall. Jared Hall, like Missouri. Jared ran with the All-Stars the full season a couple of years back. Jared Hall out of Sikeston, Missouri. 15.450, the first lap for Jared Hall. Indiana in car number 17, Joey Saldana, the second generation driver. Joey Saldana. Joey had a big win streak over the All-Stars one year. 14.219, the fast time of the night. 14.418, 14.219, Joey Saldana with fast time. 15.268, first lap for Greg Wilson. 15.406, the second lap for Greg Wilson. This is Jeff Shepard, Maryland, in car number 4J. Les and Linda Stewart, the owners of the car. Jeff Shepard. 14.546, the first lap for Jeff Shepard. 14.468, Jack, always an exciting type driver. New paint scheme. Take a look at this. 14.546, Jack's had some IRL tryouts and a few other things. Jack Hodgshield out of Worcester, Ohio. 14.798. 14.798. First lap for Jack Hodgshield. 14.920. Dean Jacobs out of Worcester, Ohio. 14.490, the first lap for Dean Jacobs. 14.561 is second lap for Dean Jacobs. This is Dale Blaney out of Portland, Ohio in car number 93. Dale Blaney. Brother Dave probably over at Daytona. 15.010 for Dale Blaney. 14.504, Indiana, in car number 88, Joe Gertie, son of the famous engine builder, Gertie's Engine, Joe Gertie. 14.290. Got a little bit more to go to beat past time low. 14.820, that second lap for Joe Gertie in car number 88. 14.863 was the second lap. 14.863. The dude Lasowski out of Higginsville, Missouri. Danny Lasowski. Danny, always a good runner during Speedweek. Danny Lasowski. 14.305. 14.305. The first lap for Danny Lasowski. 14.248. 14.248. The second lap for Danny Lasowski. Yep, left to beat. Several-time All-Star champion Frankie Kern out of Fremont, Ohio in car number 23S. Stan Schaff, the owner of the car. 14.271. 14.271, the first lap for Frankie Kern. 14.505, the second lap for Frankie Kern out of Fremont, Ohio. Kelly Kinsler out of Bloomington, Indiana, in car number 4K. Kelly Kinsler out of Bloomington, Indiana, in car number 4K. Kelly ended the season right, winning one out in Missouri for an 8,000 feature win. 14.466. 14.466. This is a driver who likes to run the bottom of the racetrack. 14.450. Breezy Whitworth out of Missouri in that car number 96. Got the wrong one here. That's not Breezy. That's Kenny Jacobs. Kenny Jacobs out to qualify. Kenny Jacobs out of Holmesville, Ohio. The last year All-Star champion. 14.696. 14.696, and this is a hurry put together deal. car number U2. $15,199, the first lap for Paul McMahon. We got Dale Blaney back out here another time for one more lap. Dale Blaney in the Amoco 93. 14,616. That's 15,316 the second lap. 15,316 the second lap for Jimmy Mohan, and that's car number 1M. And this is Billy Pouch out of Bridgetown, New Jersey. Zipco Speed Equipment, the owner of the car, it's a Maxim chassis. Billy Pouch. 15,063. 15,063, the first lap for Billy Pouch. 14,740, the official time for Billy Pouch. On that front row along with Billy Pouch. This fast Freddie Raymer at 77 on the inside of the second row. Jeff Shepard at 4J outside. Joe Greeny lines up third on the inside. There's Joey Salvation at car number 17. Jay Johnson at 76. Joe Noah at 52. Mike Shaneen is now 20. Butch Stover at 17. And Bill Robertson at car number 16.
And I believe we got it just about where everybody can hear you now, Roy, and they're ready to rock and roll in heat race number 1. Billy Pouch now and Todd Schaefer taking the beginning of the football pass. Billy Pouch is completed this 8-lap event. The cone is out on the front stretch. You cannot pass till you get past that cone. Or you can't touch that cone. You will be penalized. Looks good now as they come down the front stretch. Still holding on to the number 2 spot. Joey Saldanis holding on to third in that car number 17. But Billy Pouch got a caution out another time. Billy Pouch about to put the hammer down. Jeff Shepard going to try to go right with him, right on that back nerve bar. Shepard now trying to move on the outside. Shepard right on the back nerve bar of Billy Pouch. Pouch still holding on that lead as they come down the front stretch. Joey Saldanis holding on to that third spot to Todd Schaefer, putting a lot of pressure on him. Joey Saldana in car number 17, finishing that third spot. Then Todd Schaefer in 88, Fred Raymer in 77. That's the way that first heat went.
Give me a second, Claude. We're getting this right, buddy.
Out of Dover, New Jersey, or Higginsville, New Jersey, Missouri, he's got on there. Trying to change the microphone and everything else. I'll tell you what, it's up. But Danny Lasowski, the dude, out of Higginsville, Missouri. Okay, it looks good as they come down the back stretch. Your leader, James Chester, 22, running in the number 2 spot. We've got the caution out. Going back and do it again.
All the race fans here about the brand new Volusia Speedweek's 1999 souvenir program. It's available throughout the Volusia Speedway Park area, plus the concession areas with all your beverages and eatables. They've got some goodies down there. Great barbecue sandwiches, too. Crossed a while ago to the tower, man, they were great. All right, third heat race just about set to go. Another 5 guys looking to work their way into the feature, and they're about to get the ring.
Still had that now Chesterton's on the outside. So James Chester has taken over the lead now. Rodney Dunn's back to second and third and 22. Redundant still holds on to the number 2 spot. James Chesson, the winner with that one. And certainly, like I mentioned, this is his first All-Star Heat Race win. And a big one for him. Rodney Duncan in that car, number 22. The white number 22 held on to the number 2 position. Then it was Dale Blaney in that car, number 93. Lance DeWeese in 461. Once again, race fans, thanks a lot for being here this evening. And I think you're going to see some real good racing yet this evening and before this week is over right here in Volusia. Texas.
Only the best for your speed weeks from TG Lee Dairy. Volusia Speed Weeks also wants to thank the following companies who have helped bring you the excitement of Volusia Speed Weeks: Sea-Line Equipment, Oasis Deck and Restaurant, St. Augustine, Halifax Photo of Daytona, JDA Powder Coating of Orange City, Florida, Tuck's Well Drilling, Surrey Central, Florida, Sweet Manufacturing of Kalamazoo, Michigan, The Car House of Anderson, South Carolina, Fern Builders Wholesale Supply of Pearson, Florida, Barry Wright Race Cars, Do It the Right Way, Barry Wright of Calhoun, South Carolina, DeLand Auto Salvage, Contemporary Tile on State Road 15 in DeLand, with auto sales in Holly Hill, and Action Racing Camera Video, the official video of Volusia Speedway Park. Here we go.
So those four will advance. It'll be Bob Finley in car number 6, Joe Gurney in that car number 8, Robbie Standridge in car number 2, and then Howie Gleason in car number 21. Those cars will advance.
Well, we've come with Bob Finley, who came home in a blazing glory in that consolation race. Of course, a lot of people were looking for you. Didn't even have a chance to make a consolation or a qualifying run. What was happening back there in the garage area of the pit?
Well, in the hot laps there, we were running real good. The telex motor was speeding up. We blew the oil filter off. We had stuff in the oil filter, so we double-checked the car, put a new motor in, and we really weren't planning on running tonight. We got down in time for the speed, and got to thank my crew back there for working hard.
Super run there, Bob. What's the plan on running tonight? Well, we're sponsoring your car. What's all about running? But you got some other people that are doing some good things here. The folks at General Motors are providing some privileges that Bob Finley just autographed, and that's also to do with Georgia marketing and promotion. The C-Main winner here tonight. Congratulations. Good luck to you today tonight in the feature event.
Thank you.
Okay, here comes the privileges.
Way to go, Bob. Let's go, Bob Finley.
He's got a strong right foot. He's on
Bob several-time track champion over in the state of Pennsylvania. Only the top 4 will advance for our main feature event. PJ Chesson in that 76. We'd like to know if he can do as good as his brother did in that car number 22 a little bit earlier. Those team cars out of the state of New Jersey. Danny Smith been running down in Australia. A lot of experience over some of these drivers that haven't been running. Danny Smith in that car number 92. Then Kevin Huntley in 7, just about ready to put the hammer down. Go at it. Looks like we got it going. Huntley takes over the lead. Kevin Huntley has gone into the lead in that car number 7. Danny Smith back in second in car number 92. Kevin Huntley number 92. We have got a red flag. Over in turn 2, coming out of turn 2. I believe. Looks like Butch Schroeder in that car number 7B on the Leipzig, Ohio. Yeah, Butch Schroeder is one of them over there in that car number 7B. They will appreciate it. Danny Smith in 92, Kevin Huntley in 7 on that front row. Ready to put the hammer down with our B-Main. Top 4, like Ozzy said, will advance. United Express line, B-Main, ready to go at it. Look at John now. Kevin Huntley in that car number 7. Out front early. Danny Smith back to that number 2 spot. Now back to the 3rd spot. Kevin Huntley, number 7. Kevin Huntley in 7. Next up at U2 is the winner. Paul McMahon in U2. Huntley in 7th.
Last lap, dashing to the top as he picks up the United Express line. And custom trailer sponsor, B-Main feature here for the All-Star Sprint Cars.
High-speed lap around Volusia Speedway first half-mile dirt oval. The All-Star Circuit of Champions sprint cars ready to put the hammer down and rock and roll. We'll see who comes away with the big money tonight with the checkered flag wave.
Down here in turn number 4, somebody got sideways and then everybody started trying to avoid that situation. Rodney Duncan made it through in that car number 22. We'd like for you to stay off of the track, stay out of the track area. Stay in the pit area if you would, please. Want to try to keep everybody in that pit area so we can get things underway, get them pushed off once again. So if you would, stay in the pit area, please. We got the Tim Schaefer 55 involved, trying to find out, determine what deal it is. They just turned it over. Dean Jacobs, the other car involved. That car number 8 of Dean Jacobs. Well, it was upside down there.
A mangled piece of sheet metal with 2 tires still remaining on it. What a vicious lick that car took into the turn 4 wall here on the outside of the tanning wall. Dean Jacobs, however, his car has been outrighted. He walked away from the machine after hanging upside down before we fell into this red flag condition with 3 laps officially complete. 17 laps remain, so we'll see if Honda still has the right stuff when they go back to green flag racing.
Man in that U2, pretty close to that tail again. Of course, he started tail, so he has gotten around at least 4 cars. Or 3 cars. Looks like we're just about ready to get the hammer down. Greg Hodnett ready to put it there. Goes by the phone. There he is. Greg Hodnett. Hodnett for the big lead another time. Those starts have been good to Greg Hodnett. Lance Louise that big, big lead. And continues to lead it.
23 in the buzzer, Kathy Dan Amstra on the outside. Out of Sistersville, West Virginia, Mike the Bird Wilson in the 20 machine. Inside, row number 2 out of DeSoto, Kansas, the 18 of Justin Boney. On the outside, the second row out of St. Charles, Missouri, James Sherrick in the 17. Row number 3 to the inside, out of Pinkerton, Ohio, it is the car number 2 of Jason Alders on the outside of that third row. Out of Coolville, Ohio, John